Counting down to
Don't
3.
even stress over, guys.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we live now.
Okay, Bob got shot. Someone check GMS Chicago on their live too. Check the elders page as well. And,
Yours just popped up on mine.
so this should be good. Will it? Con.
Mine just popped up on mine, so I guess we good.
This should be good. Shalom.
All right, well, shalom. Salakia, for the delay. I know that I saw there was a lot of people waiting, but we have business we had to discuss before the cameras went live. But we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem B'Kakadash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers that's doing this work in truth and sincerity around the four corners of the earth, the would-be judges, right? The tabernacle of David, right? That are going to be the judges over all of the earth under the authority of who the world fraudulently and falsely called JC, all right? That, and to the rest of the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, all right? That among the heathen nations that have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black-only thing.
Right.
The false narrative that the so-called white man Esau Edom tries to push, and even some Israelites, okay? And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you, we say shalom, all right? And we're just going to, just out the gate, come with the facts and figures, man. Look, the dangerous individual that is guilty of the violent crimes and most death in America and around the world is hands down the so-called white man.
Period.
And this dude who just got sacrificed, this hateful, racist piece of shit that was Charlie Dirk or whatever the fuck his name was. All right. He was a racist, hateful liar that pushed forth pseudoscience and false numbers and statistics, which is something that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, does. I want to pull up a receipt out the gate. Matter of fact, before we even start, somebody get Luke 12 and 2 real quick, Papa Rashad.
This is Luke 12, verse 2. It reads, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known."
Right, so all these little plans that they have to destroy Jacob, all right, and lying on Jacob, it's all coming to the forefront. Okay. This is a song. We wait for the moto to stop singing. Okay. This is Psalms 59 and 12, and it reads, "For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them be taken in their pride." He was just spewing out a lie,
Yes, sir.
as he, as his neck spewed out his life force.
Facts.
So he got asked a question. He started trying to bring Jake into it, especially Judah.
Yep.
All right? And that's what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to make Jake the problem when the problem is not Jacob. The problem is not so-called black and Hispanic men. The problem is pale men, white men. And at the same time he died, there was another shooting of another white male shot 4 people in Colorado.
Yeah.
All right, in a school shooting. But it says, let them be taken in their pride. He was pridefully saying, well, does that involve the statistics of black gangs? Bah! He was out of there. Right as he was spurting out that lie, he spurted out his life force. Okay? It says, and for the cursing and lying which they speak. All right? So the more that they try to demonize us, the more the evidence is showing that they are the problem. All right? They're the problem. Matter of fact, let me give this receipt right here. And I got this today. And it says that 29 Americans in 2023 were killed by immigrants. Almost 9,000 were killed by white males. Let that sit. And we're talking about in America. Trump and all these Edomites get on these talking points on their shows and talk about the danger of and this, that, and the other. 29 people were killed by immigrants But 8,842, almost 9,000 people in 2023 alone were killed by white males. They are the real problem. And they lie because guess what? You know, when they get to 14, you know how they love to project. Somebody look up project, AI, project. All right, they probably changed it because I actually have it. I saved it. All right. But they project that 14% on us. But it turns out the Edomites are 14% of the world population. That's what they're 14% of the world population. They are the smallest group of people. All the rest of the world are people of color. All right. So
everywhere you go, where it's today, they're the minority.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And even when you look up, you know, when you look up the whole, when you look at this fraudulent thing that they came up, Pacific Northwesterner and Asian and black and white and Hispanic. Now, when you look up white, it says anyone from North Africa, Europe, or the Middle East, all the places where the so-called black man came from. And white meaning pure and had nothing to do with color. I'm like, damn, well, I guess we really the white folks. And then it said Asia. It also mentioned the continent of Asia. Europe sits in Asia, man. So all your pseudoscience and all your lies and all your games, it's over, man. All right, and we didn't come from and the blacks that came here from Africa, they weren't from there. That's why they were the ones snatched up and put on the slave ships by the other dark Africans who were not their people. You know, you can stop with that lie too. There's a difference between so-called black people, all right, and Africans and dark Hamites. They're two different people. Get the scripture, brother. And absolutely, brother. I'll get the receipt to bring to the
This
ET.
AI overview. FBI crime statistics indicate that white individuals are responsible for more murders in the United States.
Say it louder, brother.
FBI crime statistics indicate that white individuals are responsible for more murders in the United States than any other race in raw numbers. And they say raw numbers because then they start talking about per capita, which is funny. That's they bullshit because
That's right.
they don't mention per capita when talking about crime in Chicago, the third largest city in America, which is bullshit. It's not even at the top of the murder list anymore. They do that because they push this image out there to make Jake look like shit. They go right in Chicago.
And not to mention too. Let me just add to it that the number of crime statistic went down 31%.
That's what they say. That's true.
It went down 31%. So, but not for white America though.
That's right.
And then also a very important thing about this per capita is when they do the census, they have an acronym for it. It's called MENA. Middle Eastern, North Africa. And those people are counted as white. All right? So when they say all white people got all these amount of people, that's bullshit. They counted so-called Middle Easterns and North Africans as whites.
And they're not white at all.
All right? So they got actual whites committing these crimes, and then they say it's per capita because it's more white people. That's bullshit. Obadiah does not lie. Hey, Obadiah says this, man. And you also know it's true. Well, let me read this first. Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. You have heard you have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. And the proof that even America, they're little among the people, is they talk about the abortions and the fact there's more Edomites dying than being born. That's why on the world stage, I forget the bitch name, when they at one point kind of outlawed, abortion for a minute, she said this is a win for white America.
That's right.
They're losing. Their numbers are dwindling fast.
Yes.
All right, that's why they have to say that these Middle Eastern North Africans are white. That's
Exactly.
why they count certain Latinos as white.
Yep.
And you remember when the farmer, those was on State and Wabash, Adams, those foreigners came up, the women, I think they was from Kush or whatever, and we were talking about how they forced immigrants coming to say they're white. They said yes. They told them that to put white down, and they also told them to stay away from niggas. They said us to stay away from.
They tell them that when they're getting their citizenship.
Yeah.
But here, and not only that, just to add to what St. Benji said too, you can't forget the fact that Edomite women are choosing to mate and be with Jacob.
All day.
All right? That's what they're doing. They got whole date sites about black dating. Great site to chat and flirt. Black men dating.
Let it snow.
All right?
Let it snow.
Yeah, that's what it says. Black men dating. So the fact is that Edomites are not having a lot of children.
That's right.
But a lot of white women, a lot of white women that are walking around big belly, impregnated with seed from men of color.
Yep.
All right, mostly Jake.
Yep.
Being at the Northern Kingdom or the Southern Kingdom, and in the Southern Kingdom more so than anything.
That's it.
Because
Bring it out.
That's gonna be mad when you find out that nigga's blind.
all right, so that's just a fact of life. They're not, because they do all of the in vitro and shit. They can't get pregnant. But you know, Becky lay down with Jerome, and she big belly with twins, no problem.
That's
Easy.
All right, and there it is, man.
I'm that baby daddy.
There it is.
I'm
Man.
the bad.
It's some more than that, St. Benji.
Yeah, but in the line back off what Benji was saying, there was a female, a Middle Eastern or Western Asian or whatever, and she was saying that she was trying to get some kind of voting that was going on. Like you say, they count as white, and this, that, and the other. And she was explaining that to Congress or whatever case. You know that when y'all counting is that we don't get the resources that we actually need because y'all take that money and spread it out among y'all, and we don't even get.
Of course, that's what they do. They use them to elevate their numbers, but then they don't really help them.
Right.
All right, they don't really get the benefit. And then when they're walking around in society, you know, something happens, they don't get the benefit of this covering of whiteness.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get that benefit. But on documents and paperwork, so it's all bullshit, man. Let me share another receipt concerning these Edomites and their crimes. This just happened, all right? And this was in North Carolina. Edomite named Zachary Charles Newell, man allegedly he did, vows to shoot up preschoolers.
Oh, yeah.
Arrested by FBI today, intended to injure or kill 20 black children, among other violent and racist threats. And this is a North Carolina man named Zachary Newell to mass unalive 20 random black preschoolers. All right. And it was crazy when I got this information. The brother ICR in this camp was on live talking about the crimes of Esau Edom, and I sent it to him, and he put them up immediately. Perfect. So he just got put on blast. Esau just getting put on blast live. Yes, at the same time that they're trying to make the so-called Negro the face of crime, and the problem here in America. Look, your issues are all your issues financially are not created by so-called black people. They're created by other white people. That's it. And they're mostly created by them people who claim to be, the J-ish, who claim to be the people of the Lord who are not. Because they're the ones that didn't share the blessing with the rest of you Edomites. And they got the rest of you Edomites
in the pickle.
Right, exactly.
Because the KKK, they are diehard against the U.S.'s and a whole bunch of other American, the left versus right, you know what I'm saying? They don't fuck with them. And they're not the only Edomites that don't deal with them. And that's why the divide between Esau, Edom, just here in America is huge.
The divide. You know what? Let me,
I gotta watch that one.
I gotta play. Bring it out, brother.
Okay, this is Amos. I've got 1, I'm going to do 8 and 11. And I will cut off the inhabitants from Ashdod, and him that holds the scepter from Escalon, and I will turn my hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Philistines shall perish, says the Lord power. Thus says Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and he did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually. He kept his wrath forever.
That's the spirit, because I was going to call for that.
Okay. But so this man, like I said, he gets popped. They catch the person.
Right.
He's of the same nationality.
Yeah.
But now they want to be screaming, white man fight back. White man.
What you fight?
Yourself?
A white motherfucker did it.
That's what I said.
See, that's just it. They don't know what to do because they keep trying to. The curse is truly all upon them.
That's right.
There truly is no wisdom left in teaming, and it definitely is shameful spewing on their
glory.
on their glory. I want to play. You got something to go?
Yeah.
Bring it out, brother.
Psalm 73 and 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression, and they speak loudly. And that's all he did, talk shit about Jacob, man. Putting all this misinformation about Jacob.
Using pseudoscience, fraudulent statistics, and numbers.
Absolutely.
Could you kill that fan for a moment, brother, while I play this video? All right, and this was something that Elder Barra put up earlier, and I had already saw the video and had planned on doing a lesson with it. Decided I would use it here. And this is a guy who actually used to roll with Trump. All right, this guy used to actually ride on Air Force One with him, but clearly he's not. I guess he said something. He's not in the circle anymore. But here we go.
Something's wrong. I know I shouldn't do this. I'm risking an awful lot to go up against this FBI, MAGA FBI. Something's very wrong with what I just heard. I mean, I watched it. I was hoping that they had caught the bastard who shot Charlie. So we saw a video of a person jumping off the roof. It looked very legitimate to me. However, there was no rifle in his hand. Now, the Mauser does not break down very easily, incidentally, for those of you who know weapons. Something's wrong.
The Mauser is not an easy gun to break down. All right? So you're not going to break it down and put it back together. Note that. So the gun, the weapon of choice, let's go to show you how stupid Esau Edom is. The weapon that he supposedly killed Charlie with was a Mauser. So keep that in mind.
With the whole thing. You're trying to claim he removed the barrel from the Mauser and fit the receiver and stuck in his backpack and barrel in his pants like all in 2 seconds. It is not easy to remove a Mauser barrel or index it after reinstalling and remain accurate. We are not hearing or seeing reality. And by the way, the photo of the rifle allegedly left in the woods has the barrel installed. So we're supposed to believe a guy is on the run after killing Charlie Kirk, and he pauses in the woods to reinstall a barrel, and he leaves it for us to find, the FBI to find. I don't believe a word of it.
Silence.
I shouldn't do this. I'm putting myself at risk. But I can't take it anymore. I can't take the bullshit from this fucking government. It's lying to us. Something's wrong. Something's so wrong. It's sickening. Look at this idiot. They found the rifle and they're getting the prints. Are you stupid? Are you that stupid? Are you that dumb? The man jumps off the roof. There's no rifle there. Oh, it's in his backpack. I just told you, moron, that this rifle doesn't break down that easily. And then it's supposed to be reassembled while he's on the run. Wait, I'll stop now and reassemble it and leave it in the woods in a box, wrapped in a towel. He left breadcrumbs.
Wow.
Oh, and the trans stuff on the cartridges. Bullshit. Something is wrong with this whole fucking picture. I am persona non grata in this White House. I will tell you right now. I flew with Donald Trump in Air Force One. I consider him close to me. I have not been able to get near him since this administration took hold. They have thrown me out. They've castigated, thrown me in the desert. They don't want me near them. They don't want real truth tellers near them. Sean Hannity immediately, that pimp scumbag, goes on the air and repeats the government lie, that lousy son of a bitch. How the fuck does Sean Hannity?
He started going in on the air. But that's just it, man.
Tell me I ain't lying.
What he did, yeah, you can tell he's not lying. Not only that, what he didn't really want to say was that it's my people, it's us. We're the problem. He didn't want to say it because we live in a world where Esau Edom uses the media, and he will go out of his way to show, because it's the statistics and the numbers are out there. Edomite men, he just read you the statistic from AI, commit the majority of the violent crimes in America. But it doesn't reflect that truth on your evening news. All you see is little Daquante, little Daquan, and Ray Sean, all these fucked up names. These, doing some crime to somebody, to each other, to some Edomite or somebody. All right. When the fact of the matter is that they go out of their way to avoid all these thousands of crimes done by so-called white men, just to show you something that's done by a so-called black or Hispanic man.
Oh yeah.
Purposely. So because we live in a place where the media, the white male must be the face of what's just and good and pure. And we need those brownies to be the face of that which is bad, and it's not fucking working anymore. You can't fake the funk anymore. You are the problem. Your own women know you're the problem. All right? And it's beautiful watching the Lord put the curses on you when you being shamed and called out like that.
This Revelation 12 and 10.
Damn.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed, the one that seeth that's idle. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night, which lets you know what time and where they is. Because the world is looking at Esau, all right? When I say Esau, even a chief seat. All right, they're looking at the Israeli. Hey, it was like 100-something countries that just voted to give Palestine their own state. All right? I forget how many it was. Of course, Israel and America didn't agree.
They were the only two that came against it.
No, it was a couple more. Because you had some that didn't vote at all, because they scary ass. And then you had a couple that was against it. But the overwhelming majority, is like 100-something, voted to give Palestine a state. So they're against the chief seat of Esau.
That's right.
And not only that, the world has realized this man's the fucking devil. That's why they have the phrase, like in the video, colonizing. That's a phrase, we didn't coin that. That's the phrase the world is using to talk about Esau, the colonizers, man. All right, you got the South Africans rising up against them. You got everybody coming against this damn devil, man. That's right.
Damn. I just read a comment. Bonner Lawyer said one of the founders of the KKK was a small hat, brother. You're going to have to provide that receipt, brother. You just can't blurt out something like that. Right.
It's too juicy.
It's too juicy. You can't just say that, brother. You got to come with a receipt. Baba Shop. Come with a receipt, brother. Because if it is, that's going to be a strong talking point.
And it wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. I'm
said,
just saying, I'm not saying that the brother lying. He
Right,
probably
right.
more than likely the brother telling the truth.
God.
But you got to come with the receipt. You just can't say stuff like that.
Because that puts me in mind of Isaiah, the 19th chapter. The Lord said and prophesied that Isaiah 19:1, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptian against the
Can I
Egyptian.
quick point on that?
Yes, sir.
On that part in the first verse?
Yes, sir.
That means an idol isn't just, you make a tree, you bow, you carve something in a tree, you bow down to it. All right, it's everything that's worshipped and what made America great. So that's the democracy, that's the so-called unity, the united we stand, divided we fall bullshit, the dollar, especially democracy and the dollar. Now, right now, what the world is seeing is democracy is bullshit. All right, this country's fucking divided, and a dollar means nothing. So this place is over. Everything that made America great in the eyes of the world is now despised. Obadiah 1 and 2 is in full effect. Thou art greatly despised, man. To the point where you hate each other, which is what he's reading.
Yes.
They was having the candlelight or whatever they call it.
Division.
For the nigga. They jumped the whole Edomite.
Yes.
They whooped his ass.
Yes. And then another Edomite went undercover and then posted up all the stuff that they on the from the inside, and TikTok banned all her shit. It's like that. Esau is against Esau because they're one side is falling for one of Esau's narrative, and the other side fell for the other narrative, and they're easily divided.
Yeah. It's beautiful because the Lord really is bringing those curses on.
Yeah.
All right. This is I want to read the scripture the brother put up. This is Wade Young put up Micah 2:1 that says, "Woe to them." It put Calabia, brother, put Calabia up. Get rid of that, brother. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. And that's what Esau just does evil because he can't. He can't go to sleep at night.
Can't sleep.
He's tossing and
I
turning
toss and turn.
until he can figure out something to make somebody else's life difficult. Then he'll put his thumb in his mouth.
Now
Now he's sleeping like,
That's like singing in the brain.
right.
The brain wake up. What should we do? Try to take over the world.
That's it.
You know, that's
Same thing we do every day.
Same thing.
Right.
Back to this Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's the reason why when the elders have been saying it for years, because we know when the shit hits the fan, it's going to be black versus white, white versus Mexican, Mexican versus black. It's going to be a free for all, but it's also going to be white versus white. And you
Big time.
And you all act like it's not, and like everybody's just like, woe is us white people. No,
Matter of fact, that's going to be a big, huge portion of it.
yes,
The truth of the matter is, Jacob just get caught in the crossfire.
yep,
These Edomites are really about to go at each other, and then they just gonna kill Jake along the way.
yep.
Niggas are dumb. Like
Right.
a football player made a huge donation
Yeah.
to Kirk.
Yeah.
You wasn't allowed to kneel. Kaepernick got shunned for kneeling, but you finna make all this money to this Edomite that talk a lot of shit about niggas, man.
That's
So
it.
quite frankly,
That's
And
it.
who is this dumbass nigga?
I forget his name. It's
He
something.
might
Shalak Rayam to him and his whole family.
Hey,
Fuck
man,
that.
may you tear both your ACLs, you dumb nigga.
That's right.
And your fucking
Right.
If he ain't a chocolate, Right.
Even if he is
He might be a
it may happen to him. Double.
Nah,
And
niggas
even-
are the biggest cons.
And even
You right.
there's a lot of Kunalites out there.
That's right.
And
That's right.
and matter of fact, what's his name? George Galloway is calling this guy the patsy.
Okay.
You know, the guy that because basically there's more to this assassination of Charlie Kirk, because the truth of the matter is, who was he speaking against?
That's right.
They started
The
turning
guy
Jews.
he spoke against Amalek.
Right.
He spoke against the small hats heavily those last 2 weeks of his life, man.
Yeah.
He flipped, and then he even turned around and said that they need to release the Epstein files. So that was enough, man.
So that was enough.
Because
That was enough.
he
So
was running his
so
mouth
you
too
know, not that you make that phone call to Hitler. And Hitler made that call, and that dude was done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Hitler put up guys. You know when Hitler come after you, it's over.
That's right.
We found this.
I mean, the fact that they had on Amazon and they pulled it down, but the Charlie Kirk assassination already for sale.
They have the book, and
They
now
have
they
the book
can't
for
pull
sale.
it back. The evidence is already
It's
out
already
there.
out. The pictures and
Yeah,
everything.
so people already froze framing and got it time stamped, the time date. They had a book of the shooting of Charlie Kirk already on Amazon
Oh,
before
the
the
ninth.
man was even shot.
on the 9th, it was
So
on the
Esau
9th.
Edom, there's no more. Somebody get that. There's no more wisdom in Teman, man. This man is made bare. Somebody get that. He's exposed.
Like he faked that thing with that had to do with the dreads, acting like he was stabbing that lady. In
That
the
as well.
face.
No, that he hit her neck supposedly about 6 or 7 times.
Squirt.
She had no blood marks, no wounds in her neck at all. As a matter of fact, she put her hands like she was praying and slid down into her chair with her neck exposed. She'd never been stabbed.
Yeah.
There was no blood, no wounds. Then she slides down out of sight and clearly burst the pack. And then the shit just leaks out like somebody stomped on a ketchup pack.
Yeah.
It just leaked down. I'm like, man, if she got hit in her neck that many times, man, it would have been blood all over the sheet, blood all over the window. Because she leaned against the man.
I got a receipt.
It was bullshit.
Check this out. I got a receipt as you check that out. This is a receipt. Cuts that bleed profusely are often located on the head and scalp, the extremities, and arms and legs, and junctional areas like the groin and armpits, due to the large number of blood vessels close to the surface or the presence of major arteries and veins. Right here, the neck, if you cut anything right here or right here, the jugular, it's like he was shot in. It's going to be a water fountain. It's going to.
And it says 3 stab wounds to her neck.
Yeah,
So
3
if,
7.
if it was 1, maybe you missed the juggler.
Right.
But 3, you
Come
ain't
on.
missing the main.
Even if she did miss it, she still would be bleeding profusely.
No facts.
And she never clutched her wound.
No facts. I'm just saying it's
Anybody who
real.
gets cut immediately
Go
cuts.
right to the
You cut your wound because
Whatever.
that's what you do. She got hit in the neck all the times and she never clutched her neck. She'd have clutched her neck and there'd have been blood coming all out of her fingers. And people,
And that's what they
all it
always
was-
do, try to put it back in. They
it was-
always do it.
it was a psyop to bring on racial division and it worked. But I'm looking at the evidence that Yaki just gave me. I gotta share it. But this woman, Irina, Zasuska's death, she was already used as a medic in Ukraine. She died in Ukraine already.
She the bitch before everything.
So that right, that same bitch with the phone in every crisis.
Exactly.
Crisis
She
actor.
that saying she the new one.
She's
same
an
bitch-
international crisis
Right.
actor.
The same bitch at every bomb and shooting
And surprisingly,
with her phone that they show on the news. They change the color of her hair, change the glasses. Same bra,
hey, it was crazy too.
same pose.
Right.
Every time.
That's $1 million.
It's like, wait a minute, this the same bitch? Yeah, she was at Boston. She was at Sandy Hook. Just damn this bitch. I'm like, when they gonna arrest her ass?
Right.
She clearly involved in all this shit. Because every time there's a mass death, this bitch there. When they gonna arrest her ass?
That's like Matlock.
You know?
Hey, what's crazy is
It's like, well, damn, you know what? We got to bring you in because every time a whole bunch of people die, your ass there
right.
with your phone.
What's crazy is where's the witnesses? Where's the people that say they were there? There's no witnesses coming out saying that they was there.
None of that, man.
There's no witnesses. And then surprisingly,
Not only that,
the camera
every man, a nigga fart people.
right. And then you get a
So
long
while
dread.
everybody on the train would have been,
Come on. Everybody.
And then
nobody pulled
No
out their
cameras.
phone. Nobody.
Nobody helped.
And then, right, but that's the whole point. Like I just
Right.
said, she doesn't even scream for help.
No.
What person gets attacked? Don't
Now,
come
we
out
just
to
saw a
the
woman
aisle
get
and
beheaded.
Scream for help.
We just watched that woman get beheaded in the middle of the street in broad fucking daylight. She was screaming her ass off. And people did try to come and run and help her, but they were just bitch made. They ran from dude. You know, and this dude literally hacked this woman's heads off and kicked her head out to the street and it rolled.
And then he went and grabbed it and picked it up.
And he grabbed it and picked it up and walked off with it.
Soccer ball.
And right
You know?
as the ambulance was coming in to go get the body.
But that's what we're saying about her. Instead of her coming into the aisle screaming for help, you fall down. What bitch you know ain't gonna come screaming to the aisle asking for help?
No, man, that shit was just it was fake.
Right. That's
It
what
was
I'm
fake
saying.
as fuck, and it was a distraction. Meanwhile, Trump is violating sovereignty and international water laws by destroying that boat down in Venezuela, trying to turn the Venezuelans into drug dealers. The drug dealers ain't Colombia, motherfucker. And the narcos down there, you go fuck with them, and they'll fuck with you back. All right, but you trying to fuck with the Venezuelans. Look, drugs don't come, from Venezuela to the Caribbean. Drugs come from Colombia through Panama, through Mexico, into America. That's the way it works.
On chase vessels.
Oh, y'all just said
All right.
all on military vehicles.
And mostly,
Let's not
mostly.
forget about nigga robbery.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nigga robbery.
And don't forget
Same
about
shit happened in Vietnam.
Yeah.
All right, what's his name? Frank.
Yeah.
The dude
Yeah.
Frank Lucas, who took over after Bumpy Johnson. All right, they were bringing heroin back in the coffins of all those soldiers, man.
And not to mention that the whole shooting of Charlie Kirk at the same time was happening. Congress voted not to release the Epstein file.
Yep.
So it happens that breaking news of them voting not to was overshadowed by the shooting.
So that was some distraction news at its finest. And then somehow white supremacists and racists are trying to put this on Jenkins.
Nothing to
And
see.
then right. So you got white on white violence. Look at this white nicketry and savagery. All right. And then all of a sudden you want to attack the HCBs, the historically black or HBCs, historically black colleges.
They hate niggas so much. What they're doing is they show pictures or video clips of the visuals or whatever, and they say, "See, look at this. No riots, no nothing, just peace." Not like the other groups. So they scoffed at how when George Floyd got killed, cities got turned up. They said, "Look at this. They just had peaceful gatherings."
Well, but that's not true though.
But niggas said it does. For one, this ain't behind 400 years. This 400 years of oppression. This is just y'all killing each other. But niggas
Same
going
thing in
through-
World War II. Same thing in the Civil War.
Yep.
Same thing right now. You got a war going on where you got white on white violence,
Right.
Edomite on Edomite violence. The Russians and the Ukrainians. Russians are not Ashkenazi either, you dumbasses. All right? They live in Gog and Magog. They're not Gog and Magog. Ashkenaz was a brown race of people. Right? The people of Asia, all of Asia, were swarthy people, brown-skinned people originally, including the ones in Eurasia. All right? They were all brown. All right? Lying pieces of shit.
I got a quick.
Bring it out, brother.
I got. Well, yeah.
Salakia, brother.
No, it's all good. But, I mean, that was really it, you know. So you got this event that's also this just fuels the trauma of 40 years of oppression. It don't compare it to Edomite killing another fucking Edomite. All right, that's not racially inspired. All right, but it just shows that in the midst of them killing each other, they still found a way to mock niggas.
That's it.
They want to. That's their whole thing is to down us, so they can come against us.
Well, it's like that image of the little funny looking Edomite boy who got Down syndrome and he got a sign, at least I'm not a nigger. And he look all short and fucked up. He's short and fucked up and deformed and shit, but at least I'm the one born a nigger. And I'm like, man, you really think so? You a pale ass Down syndrome motherfucker.
Right.
And you
Double lose.
double losing. Proud.
Retarded Edomite.
Well, he had enough sense to be evil. He's still a lineage of evil, man. And that's what this lesson's about. Esau truly is the lineage of evil. You know, I didn't coin it. Got to give credit to my boy, to their brother Amazing Lucas. All right, the lineage of evil, and that's who these Edomites are. They truly are.
Yeah, but they magic and everything's coming up short now. The shit they used to be able to get away with, they're not getting away with it.
And they bringing up old shit too.
Right.
That's another thing. A lot of the old shit they did is being brought up.
Right.
Like 911.
This is Michael 5 and 11. No, 5 and 12. And I will cut off witchcraft out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayer. Nobody can spin this truth that we got now. Yep. You know what I'm saying? They coming in with all this false narrative and this, that, and the other, and it's like, oh, fuck, we got too much. Like you said, we got too many receipts now for you to be able to spin it. We got the receipts, we got the video recordings, and this, that, and the other. So that's why they go out to shut this narrative down by shutting this internet down, because of the fact that, like I said, as long as somebody there with a video recorder, and like I said, we can verify real quick that it's the truth. Yo, that shit spread like wildfire.
I got a quick one back up. It's 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. That Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of his double devices anymore. All this stuff he's doing is sloppy. It's real sloppy. And the rawest stuff he did was 9/11. After that, man,
that was sloppy. That was sloppy. As a matter of fact, you mentioned that. Let's prove you wrong on that, brother. That was actually horrible.
I was.
It had people fooled for a moment.
Very small moment.
A very small moment.
People were already protesting that day. There's one. It was one firefighter who was up at the floor of.
Turn that off.
Turn those machines off.
Say what you got to say, then I'm going to play this.
There was one firefighter who was at the floor of impact, and they said, "Hey, it's reports the plane went bam."
Oh yeah.
He said, "We're here. There's a fire. There's nothing that we can't contain."
I think they were engine 47.
And he said, "We got it."
Mm-hmm. He said it. Yeah, he said this is a couple small fires. We can handle this.
Yeah, we can handle
it. And about a minute or two later, the demolition happened. Now, here we go.
Towers and building number 7 had to have been examples of controlled demolition, brought about by thousands of explosives placed throughout each of the buildings. No foreign terrorist could have obtained the kind of access to the buildings this would have required. One reason for concluding that the 3 buildings were brought down by explosives is the very fact that they did collapse. High-rise steel frame buildings have never slowest to collapse by fire. Even when, as in the Philadelphia fire of 1999 and the Madrid fire of February of this year, the fires were much larger, much hotter, and much longer lasting than any of the fires in the World Trade Center. The second reason is the specific nature of the collapses, each feature of which points to explosives. For example, the buildings collapsed straight down and at virtually free fall speed, as in controlled demolitions. And then the rubble smoldered for months afterwards. With regard to the Twin Towers in particular, many people in the building said that they felt or heard explosions. Virtually all the concrete of these enormous structures
would turn to dust. That would, if those buildings fell the way that they said they fell, there would have been about 5 to 6 stories of debris, which would have killed 100,000 people easily if they really fell the way. You know, we were talking about hundreds of tons of steel and concrete, not to mention the fucking big ass, heavy steel ass file cabinets. All right, that were full of papers, heavy as fuck, 400 or 500 pounds easy a piece. All right, so that, like I said, it would have been 5 to 6 stories of rubbish. All right, which would have, man, if the death toll would have been easily 100,000 plus. Go ahead, brother.
Jet fuel burns. All I typed is jet fuel burning temperature. And AI gave so much info. Jet fuel burns ranging from 800 Fahrenheit to 1800 Fahrenheit. Then you jump down. AI just happens to mention steel melting point. How do you ask that? AI is snitching. They know what's really going on. It says steel melts at a much higher temperature.
There it is.
Around 2,750 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right, now hold on. Let's keep this in mind. That not only just steel, but we're talking about UL laboratory certified steel. So it's going to take even hotter to melt that. Those buildings were made to withstand impact of planes and shit like that. You know, basically that would be like having like the steel bars in prisons. If you had 100 steel bars and somebody just passed right through them to the other side, right? They're gonna be in pieces to make it through the other side. There's no way they're gonna pass through there and pop out on the other side. You understand what I'm saying?
Steel tarp on every steel beam. Right.
That's what I was supposed to say.
Across ain't going
They
down.
have to.
Even across too.
They spray stuff.
It's even that much greater.
They spray a coating on it for fire, for
so
all that shit.
So
it's bullshit.
If you watch the video,
I was going to say
that you got to look at. Now, I've seen this a while ago. Look at the military flight logs. The only plane in that area was one of the planes that got the military planes to project on. If you watch the video, you can see the nose of the plane come straight through the building.
Yeah.
Unharmed, fully intact. Because it was a projector.
Exactly.
If you can get hold of that,
I saw that.
Yeah.
I
and then a lot of the footage from the people who were there on the street level, they never saw a plane. They just saw the explosion. And I remember once, and this video disappeared. But you know how all those apartment buildings, somebody caught the whole thing on their apartment buildings, on camera, and it showed you there was no planes. You just saw explosions on the cameras. So they basically had people to go around and go to all those buildings to take same thing that happened at the Pentagon. So we're like looking at all these camera stands. If I was to take a pillow, a big pillow, and throw it, it's not going to go through those legs and pop up on the other side.
Right.
When you got to the Pentagon, you had light poles and telephone poles all in the path of the plane was supposedly came, and they were all still standing, all still there.
Right.
and there's no way the plane would have made it through there.
And then
It would have lost wings. It'd have been parts of that plane all the way through.
No,
It's bullshit.
And that was my
It's
point.
bullshit. Because when they showed the impact, I'm like, well, all them, and I immediately, I was like, well, all the poles still standing. If it was flying that low, that means they had to fly through all those light poles and street lights. It was street lamps and light poles, the wooden beams. They were all still standing. So I'm like, what the fuck? If anything hit that goddamn building, it was a fucking missile. All right, ain't no way in the world no plane gonna fly through there and all those poles are still standing. I'm like, this is some bullshit.
The third building.
And then a third building that never got touched just collapses. So come on, man.
The rubble being what it was.
Everybody involved in that, including from the president, everybody that was in office, everybody, they all should be in prison right now. Every fucking one of them.
The rubble itself, like you said, when it came down, the rubble had no plane parts in it.
There was no seats, no suitcases, no bodies. Look, when
The passport.
But somehow,
the passports.
and somehow them passports floated. It's just like he said when he clowned him and said, so this nigga stopped and put this gun back together, had time to carve some shit on the bullet cases. I hate fucking moles. I hate LBGT.
That's a lot to write on the bullet.
He wrote all this shit on it and then left it there for them to find.
That nigga got extreme penmanship.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
And one more thing with what Benji said about the way stuff burned and whatnot as far as the jet fuel temperatures.
Read it again, St. Benji. And not to mention, the brother just showed me, them 1995 cards, all right, and all them events that took place. That what was that game called? Illuminati card game, man. Yeah, 1995. It showed, and it's like identical. It's freaky identical, man.
And it used to be able to fold the $20 bill.
Yeah.
And it'll show you the towels on fire.
Yeah.
Before that, it was an X file. Remember the show X Files?
Yeah, I remember.
There was an episode where they showed a plane flying to the Twin Towers.
Yeah. And they also said in that movie, Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, that was a film.
That was he said, so you're gonna blow up the Twin Towers and blame it on some Arabs? That's what Sam Jackson. That was one of his lines to Charlie. What her name was?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He said. Yeah. He said. So you mean to tell me you guys gonna blow up the Twin Towers and blame it on some Arabs? That's exactly what the fuck they did. And went and got into a war, got around the Constitution, created all these laws where they could bring total totalitarian rule over you. All that lie set up to where we are today.
Engaged in it now.
All right, the whole Patriot Act, the NDA Act, all that came from that lie that they're still trying to, and then they still want to have a fucking holiday for it. These pieces of shit. Go ahead, bring it up.
And the dude getting shot was on September 10th, which was the anniversary, September 11th. This shows you how big of a psyop it is. That's huge.
This is Isaiah 19 and 14. And Yahweh has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggering in his own vomit. So everything that Esau do, he's sloppy with it.
He getting questioned.
Right.
He never got questioned before.
He never, right. His own technology is really revealing his bullshit. And really, it's Edomites that's really doing it. Like the scripture say, they make their own tongue fall upon themselves. It said the ditch that they dug, let them fall in it. Right? So the same shit that they set up, they want cameras on every corner. You know, all of that, all of the technology is catching you in your shit. You got people that's analyzing different videos and zooming in to catch different videos. You got different pixel. You could take a video and upscale the graphics and the computer and clear it out.
Brother,
the
video that I saw that made it clear with the incident on the train, it was a white guy that did it. He's like, this is bullshit. This is a psyop. He somehow, I don't know what he did, but he was able to show it clear.
Right.
And there was nothing. And there was nothing on her neck. There were no wounds anywhere. It wasn't even any redness.
Another thing, what happened in that video? Why a dude walk up with the fucking pickup the star, the pentagram on the fucking hat.
But it was set up.
It was a Masonic right there, showing that was a Illuminati act, man.
He had Cowboys fitted on.
Yeah, with the fucking
Yeah.
shit on the hat, like that. It was showing it right there that was all planned, man. But the Illuminati wicked ass.
Then it turns out this bitch has already been used in a fake death. She supposedly was a medic that died trying to save lives in Ukraine.
Yes,
So they used the same crisis actors.
The dude with the dress was used multiple times. They had pictures. Somebody pulled up pictures.
So he didn't kill people before.
Yeah, they had pictures of him being in jail on multiple occasions at different years. The same fucking nigga with dress.
This real quick. This is
Wow.
This is from the 1993 attempt on the Twin Towers.
Right.
So I didn't know this, but Ahmad Salem, an FBI informant and key witness in the trial against Yusuf Abdul Arab, right, stated, now this is the FBI informant. He stated that the bomb itself was built under supervision from the FBI. And this is public information. During his time as an FBI informant, Salem recorded hours. See these damn technologies, record his phones, and it works now. He recorded hours of telephone conversation with his FBI handlers, so he wasn't supposed to record it. And tapes made after the bomb, Salem alleged that an unnamed FBI supervisor declined to move forward on a plan that would have used phony power.
Wow. So he recorded it. Wow. And caught them up.
Yep.
Like, wait a minute. So you bringing this man to court, and then it turns out you were supervisor. So that was just another psyop. Another, and you gotta understand, Esau does psyops, and he actually allows people to die. When people screaming it was a false flag event, they're not saying that people didn't die. What they're saying is that they didn't die
The way y'all think.
they didn't die of a natural act.
Right.
This was premeditated crime against humanity, terroristic act done against a particular government, against its own people, so that they can blame someone else and push forth the policy. Most of it was to try to take guns away.
Yeah.
All right. So a lot of the Democrats were behind this wickedness.
Right. So 9/11. Well, why 8 years later, having long the was from 93? Why the Arabs still trying to attack the same building?
Right.
This is America's way to do just they want to do, to get over into the so-called Middle East.
Yeah. What about the dancing Israelis?
Right.
You know, that was sitting there filming with their camera stand set up, filming the whole thing. You know,
beforehand.
And they even said that they were there to observe and watch.
Mm.
Well, observe and report to what? What event is going to happen that you know about the way you setting up your cameras with seats on the roof with drinks and celebration?
Hey.
And then start dancing and stuff, and the woman recorded them doing it.
Hey, that's like America landing on the moon. They said they camera crew up there first.
Yeah, they
It's like the video said in that 9/11 video. No plane before after destroyed the building.
Right.
When is America going back?
And lots of planes have hit buildings before and since. All right, before and after, and then none of those buildings fell down.
If you really want to go to
And then that's man, 2 planes hit 2 buildings, but 3 fall down.
Right. Hey.
Yeah, so I get knocked out, you get knocked out, y'all can fall too.
They made the spare.
Like, damn, he hit that nigga so hard his brother fell too.
That's like bowling. They made the spare. But yeah, but like DJ said, with the numbers that he had read, man, like I said, those numbers that he read is what we was using to anneal and then harden still. Those numbers harden still.
I saw a report the other day that's going to blow all that out the water. A plane jet fuel capacity varies dramatically by its size and purpose. From small general aviation aircrafts holding a few hundred gallons to jumbo jets like Airbus A380, which can hold over 85,000 gallons. They showed a video on what 85,000 gallons looks like of gas. It's bigger than a plane. They're saying that planes don't even use jet fuel. They use turbines that go with the ancient like Tesla shit. They don't use jet fuel because a plane don't weigh 85,000 pounds. The gas itself will weigh 85,000 gallons of gas. Ain't no plane lifting off and flying with that shit. So it's all foo-foo anyway. They're using technology the Tesla technology that don't even need jet fuel. They don't need it. The fuel, the little fuel they put in it is after they land and they taxi here and there. But once it's in the air, they use turbines. They use ancient that Tesla technology. They don't need to fuck. They showed it, and now I can pull it up. 85,000 gallons of gas is bigger than a fucking plane. A plane is less pounds than 85,000 worth of gas. If you do the math, it's lies all rooted to the tutor. Esau is a liar, man.
That's damn. Go ahead, brother.
St. John 8:44. You have your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh the lie, speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So clearly, 9/11 alone shows this man's the king of lies, which means he is that murdering spirit that goes throughout the earth. He is the devil the Bible speaks of. He is Cain reincarnate. As the scriptures say, he is the my sword shall come down upon Edomia, the people of my curse. Our Esau is that wicked one, man. Clearly, this is mystery Babylon,
man.
All right.
Did we ever get that Jeremiah 49:7, 49:10? Bring it out, brother. Somebody get this. This brother put up Obadiah 1:6 how the things that Esau searched out. Matter of fact, get that first and then bring out that.
Obadiah 1:6.
Yeah, whoever got it.
I got it. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6.
Go ahead, quick, Grom.
It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Right, so Esau turned on each other and his allies have turned against them. Okay?
That's the NLT. In the NLT, it says, Obadiah 1:7. All your allies will turn against you.
Oh,
they will.
So you can't look, man. Come on, man.
You're playing up on table.
Esau fucked Scotch.
It says they will help. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you.
Oh, promise you peace. I like the NLT.
It
They
says,
promise you peace while they're planning to destroy you. And that's for all you jakes, who keep making deals with Esau, even the so-called white man. He has no good intentions for you, man. He's always gonna try to burn you in the end. All right.
He had no good intentions.
You see the movies where they had they had the assassin take somebody out, and then they had somebody take out the assassin.
Yeah.
He about to get paid, and he get taken out too.
Yeah. Batman was the Joker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a perfect one.
Yeah.
He said, "Wow, that's funny." He told me to take out
Right.
Right.
It says your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it.
Yeah. So Esau, his own homies, because most of the information that we condemn him with is coming from them. All right. They keep telling on themselves. They cannot. That spirit. Then that spirit. That Psalm 64:8 has their ass, just like that Deuteronomy 30:7 has their ass. The curses are on them, and they can't help but tell on themselves. All right, bring it out, beloved.
Jeremiah 49:7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the proof? Is the wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the Dan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him.
So you're going to bring the calamity of Esau upon him. So Esau's calamities are going to hit him. So when you think about all the murderous, rape, land stealing, unfair, unrighteous decrees and treatment that you've given to the people, to the citizens of the world, all right? You're going to get that back. Those calamities are going to come on you. Go ahead and jump to verse 10, Brother Papa. So you can bring out your piece up, then bring out your.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 15. Matter of fact, I'll start at 14. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity and have conceived mischief
and brought forth falsehood. It says he made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made.
Goof ass fell in his own hole.
Dumbass. It says his mischief shall return upon his own head.
Ooh, so he was digging this hole, smiling and laughing about how he gonna catch up Jake. And Jake gonna be in pain, he gonna be suffering. Then his goof ass fell in there.
Yep. Yep.
Screaming for mercy.
Yep. It says
somebody help me.
That's right. It ain't gonna be none to help.
None.
The scriptures say, he that is hoping and them that try to help, they're gonna fail together.
Come on, man. I was just playing.
That's right. That's right. It says, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate.
Nice.
The top. So all the shit that you've done throughout the ages, it's returning back unto you.
And that's what they fear.
And that's why they in that spirit of white man fight back. Because you're done. Hey, you just gotta show that you just hate niggas. You gotta just show to the world you're pure evil, man. All right? And here it is.
That's all you got left.
Yeah, man, fucking Charlie Dirt. You talking all this shit about black on black crime that got taken out by your own kind.
Why talking about niggas?
Right. In Utah. So that was
in the midst of his pride, just like the scripture we read.
That's Captain Kirk.
Go ahead, bring out the next scripture.
This is verse 10. And the Mormons say Utah is the kingdom of Judah. By the way. This is Jeremiah 49:10. It said, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
Man, there's gonna be no more men left to beat him, man. All right? And you'll see the spoil. It's over for you, man. You are done as a people. Slavery is coming to you. All right? Your women, the best of your women you will never know what it's like to be an attractive Edomite woman. All right? You never, that day is over. So you enjoy what little time you got left, man. Go ahead, Pops.
Okay. And since you said it like that, and this, that, and other, like you said, this is what he got planned for Esau. Well, look, we had to deal with ours. Look at what he said to us. This is 2nd Ezra 16. I'm going to start at 62. Hold on.
Hey,
64.
That was not so special that you can get away with your boy.
Exactly.
And the Lord's own son couldn't get away with it.
Exactly.
That's excellent point, brother.
Right. So this is 2nd Ezra 16. Start 63. Surely he knoweth your intentions and what you think in your heart, even them that sin and would hide their sin. But we know if he's talking about us, how much more can he mean Esau? Okay?
Yeah, and he right, and you know Esau loves to project. You know, he loves to project his wickedness on you and accuse you of what he's actually doing.
Right. Therefore, have Yahweh exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. So now he want to call it critical race theory because he's ashamed of what, because
he's ashamed of critical race history.
Right, exactly.
All right, it's not theory, it's fucking history.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
This is the end has come. He put up this scripture here. This is Psalms 141:10. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst that I withal escape. So the Lord gonna let us escape. All right, but you gonna get caught in that shit.
Okay.
Right.
Verse 65, and when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sins shall be your accusers in that day.
Ooh.
So now, this is what he said he was going to do to us. And our sins have been brought to us. But now, like I said, if you're going to do that to us, what you thought he was going to do to Esau? Right. The vessels fitted for wrath. Right. What do you think was going to happen? You going to get away? You going to escape scot-free? Right. Okay. What will you do? And how will you hide your sins before God and his angels? Angels are just messengers. Aren't we messengers?
Yep. Message.
I got the definition of projecting. Because now that your sins are searching you out, Esau, now you want to project onto Jake at every single chance you get, man. And it's not working. It's just showing yourself to be more of a hypocrite. It says when someone is projecting, it means they are unconsciously, which you Edomites are consciously doing. Okay? It says they are unconsciously attributing their own unacceptable thoughts feelings or behaviors to another person as a defense mechanism. Oh, so that's what you fucking devils do. That's what Charlie Dirt made his whole career out of doing. All right, all he did was just debate a bunch of uninformed, young fucking college students that don't know what the hell going on. All right, and so that's how he built his platform. But again, that's where you Edomites. That's what y'all do whenever you get outed as being the murderous pedophiles and fucking drug traffickers, everything vile on the earth. When you get exposed as doing that, you always try to point the finger at Jake.
Defense mechanisms are conditioned behaviors, thoughts, habits, or actions that help people avoid confrontation or conflict, avoid accountability.
Accountability.
And then fucking Jeffrey Dahmer did that shit in that Dahmer TV show. He started fucking putting everything like he ain't do nothing wrong. He started acting like he wanted to get close to God.
Right.
And what happened? A nigga named Christian put your ass to death.
Throwing stones behind their head.
That's it, man. Yeah, no, that's where Esau's at. All right, like I said, hey, he sees his end is now. He sees that the curses, Deuteronomy 37, he sees that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is taking the curses off his people, and now he's putting it and letting it rest on you Edomites now.
Hey,
So now,
what do you expect, man? You be crying. They say you crying that time. You've been doing wickedness all this time. I think you're not going to eventually pay for it.
yeah.
And you gotta love your Hawaii house out. What does he say in the process of that? He said, recompense double onto him.
Revelations 8.
That's
Well,
it.
shit, the Lord gave you double. He gave you 2 times to rule the earth, and you've done nothing but destroy it.
You made it worse the first time. I mean, the second time.
The second
That's
time.
it.
Because they totally, I mean, when you look at when you watch the Roman movies and you watch Europe after the Renaissance when they took over, they fucked everything up. Jake had built all those famous cities, all those beautiful places in Florence and in France and all that. Esau took over and they were just pissing and shitting in the streets.
Yeah.
So they would, who from their second story window just toss a bucket of piss and shit on the streets while people walking down the street.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
That's why high heel shoes come from.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, that's why they start because your feet will be elevated from the piss and shit. And umbrellas because
from the piss and
because
shit.
you walk down the street and piss. Yeah, these are Edomites
because they came out of the mountains and they right now. Meanwhile, the technology that Jake had already had in those same castles, they had heated floors. They had piping that would pipe heated water through the floors. They had all kind of technology. Bro, they had all that technology going on, and Esau had no clue. And so what he was doing, like the elder said,
some of those cities even have street lights.
Yes,
so Jake had did all
yes.
that.
It's the phrase "look out below."
Yes.
Oh shit.
It's a French garden loup. It derived from the French garden loup, meaning mind the water, because they was throwing wastewater out the window.
Yes.
Look out below. Get the
Garden loup.
Garden loup. Watch that piss.
And then they put the umbrella up like, ooh, and keep on moving. But that show you the nastiness of Esau Edom. Because that wasn't going down when Jake went down.
I'm telling you, man, some piss hit me and I'm walking by, man, and I'm coming through your front door.
Hey, shit.
And you going out that window that piss came out.
Like you said, we was given an order to carry a paddle with us and go out and
To bury our waste.
To bury our waste. But they said, so listen to what you're saying. Look out below. So you got to walk around with an umbrella in a bright sunny day because motherfucking shit.
Yeah, that's where it comes from.
The whole bouquet of roses with the woman getting married was from Esau because they stink so bad they had put the bouquet to hide the stink. Esau, when he took over, it was horrible, bro.
Man, imagine what that crotch smelled like, especially if she was the virgin. A lot of things.
You know they rarely
They don't even wash themselves down.
They don't. They pride themselves. They mock us.
Yeah,
even now in video.
They took a bath 2 or 3 times.
They don't use towels. They say towels is for poor people. They don't ever use washcloth.
Oh, they'll wash their hands.
You know what? And even
yeah, you know what I think about it?
Back in the 80s,
my daughter, a lot of my clients that never saw face rags. Even the richest, they had all these fancy towels with no face rags.
That was an Edomite that said face towels are for the poor. But she was saying niggas, she was not Esau.
Right.
That was a whole thing on the internet for the last like couple of years.
Yeah, but they were
Your
saying
hand is
that,
a priest.
that was so-called Middle Easterns that used to say you American men smell feminine because we wash and put deodorant on.
Right.
We smell feminine.
Your women didn't think so.
Look it out. There it is.
Pull it out.
See, damn sex. Oh Lord. Yeah, cuss him out.
Another way, like you walk down the street with a woman, this case of shit come down. Wow.
Well, I got to go back on topic of the lesson. This is Daniel 9:12. And he have confirmed his words which he spake against us, and it's against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have been done upon Jerusalem. Esau and his lineage has been the harbinger of death. He is walking death.
He's a true lineage of evil.
And
Right?
everything he touches.
In the book of Maccabees, when it tells you that evils will multiply,
I got it.
It's so true, man. That when they came into power, evil really truly multiplied and grew within the earth. When the so-called white man came into power, the first time through Alexander the Great or Alexander of Macedon, evil was multiplied. All right, and then Rome fell, and then it rose again through the Renaissance, and those same evils came right back, and they're even worse now because of technology.
I got you. This is First Maccabees 1:9. And after his death, they put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them. Many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
They put crowns and declared we're royals now. With dukes.
The races of men are now the royalty in this fucking world. And that is, like I said, no wonder there was so much motherfucking death during that time.
And disease.
Disease, exactly.
Because as they colonized, all they did was spread gonorrhea and syphilis and herpes and all these nasty diseases that were really Edomite diseases, man.
Come on.
All right. Those are diseases that came from them, from their wickedness.
The rats is what I'm thinking of. Like you said, you throwing piss and shit out the window. Anything we know now that rats will eat fucking feces.
And then rats bite people or get into the food supply, and then you go and eat that shit. You know?
Damn.
There it is, man. We're gonna bring up them last scriptures. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up.
No, I was gonna say I put in the bishop's room this it looks like a so-called Asian lady. She gave you the statistics on basically like the beast-like nature of this devil that they like to hide, man. And like
Amy Chen.
I forget if that's her name.
I fucked with Amy.
Yeah, I put in. I don't know her name exactly, but she just gives.
She stay on Esau. She don't give Esau no break. Every time they say some dumb shit, and she defend the shit, I think she Jake. Because she extra defend Judah. She's like, oh no, you can't say nothing about them people. And then she come with the receipts. That's probably Amy. But go ahead. Pull it up.
Which one?
What he said. Bring it out.
My bad.
Well, while you're getting that, I just want to just that beast nature. Esau let your shit piss float underground so that rain your city smell like shit piss. They came and conquered the Mayans and the Indian natives and called them savages. And this is something that always fascinated me. But the Mayans, the sewage system, they had hella. Their irrigation was crazy, but they had a crazy sewage system as well. The Mayan sewage and water management system included advanced technologies like pressurized water systems to manage wastewater and construct the wetlands, natural filters like sand, zeolite, and quartz to purify drinking water. Wow. They also created underground limestone systems to direct and filter water, plus use groundwater and plant fibers in their filtration systems. They have fresh drinking water. Their sewage went through what they need to go through, so it goes back to the fucking earth. All right, these systems were crucial for sustaining their jungle cities. They show sophisticated engineering for ahead of their time. So Jake is the form of all things, man. They came and said these people are savages. We needed to colonize them. If we didn't do this, you would still be ooking and booking it. But really, these are people.
Well, they were the real savages.
Y'all was drinking out your grandmother's skulls, man.
Yeah.
You might sound disgusting.
They were the wild men.
picking lice out of each other's pubes.
Yeah, they were the real wild men, and then what they try to do too is they try to take that wild man history and try to fuse it with Viking history and make it as if they were the Vikings.
They tell themselves to make that damn Flintstone cartoon.
All right, but were you able to pull it up, bro?
I find I had they. Yeah, I'm got you. I'm damn near there now. I had to.
That one scientist went.
Send it to this phone.
Is it this one here?
What's that new nigga name?
I got you.
Yeah, that's Amy Chen.
Okay.
Well, hold on, let me see.
That's
No, that's not Amy. That's somebody else.
They discovered that the cavemen.
But I think this phone gets loud. Send it to my other phone.
The Neanderthals were Edomites.
That's right.
And Degrassi went into how racist science is because up until a certain point of time, they scoffed Neanderthals and all this. Then they found out that's an exclusive Edomite thing. They're like, oh, well, they invented this, they invented. Started bullshit.
All of a sudden, now the Neanderthals was inventing shit.
75% of white collar crime.
Yeah, my phone get loud. I only got two, brother. It ain't the 301. That's that one. The other one.
Just send it to me, bro. I send it to him.
Like they tell themselves they make those damn Flintstone movies, all those caveman movies and shit.
Right, they made a commercial.
Yeah, your tongue fall upon yourself. It's so song.
Yeah. So simple a caveman can do it.
I'm saying it's a little worse than
Absolutely.
Let's go a little mine.
Yeah, at least they knew how to use the fucking border right away.
Yeah, I mean, Brendan Fraser, say no favor.
Georgia the Jungle, that's perfect. Yeah, that was easy.
You put in the. You said you put in the bitches right?
Quick preacher.
Bring it up, bro.
12:30 and 8. Yeah. Yep, they were children of, matter of fact, verse 6, verse 5. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
And this is you going into the caves during the Dark Ages. All right, that's why we call you Caucasians, because the great population of y'all went to the Caucasus Mountains. That's why we read Revelation talks about them coming out of Gaul, which the Caucasus Mountains is located what? Part of it is in Georgia, Russia. All right.
Exactly. And that was your second cave home. Your first cave home was Petra. All right.
It's a little more than
Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together.
Right, they started right. They brayed.
Oh, shit.
That's
the Neanderthals.
And basically, it was a story of Nebuchadnezzar. So that's why you're the king of Babylon. That happened to you. You lost your humanity. You became a fucking beast. You became hairy. Yes. You didn't carve your fingernails. All right, you had talents basically. That's what happened to you. You lost your way. All right.
Some of them might still crawl on all fours.
Yeah, and that's Malachi 1 and 4 as well. Your kingdom fell. All right. You received that daily wound that now is the meal, Rome 2.0. But y'all got chances to them caves, man.
It's an old icon paint showing Jake pushing his ass.
God. And this Jake is all in armor, and the Edomites are all in loincloths and shit. But this, somebody did, St. Benji sent me this, the Klan leader here in 1945, New York Times, Sunday, October 31st, 1945. Klan leader here hiding the secret of his Jayish origin. That still don't make him a founder, though. But yeah.
The giant found that he put the group and sent you a phone.
No, but that's heavy, though. No, that's heavy, though. All right. But let me play this real quick. See, that's a good claim, though.
Really?
Brother said he been claimed it, bro.
Yeah, she's Asian. It's all over.
She was Asian.
Okay, here we go.
Shemai.
But they are convicted of 60% of the rape that happens in this country. Men are found guilty of 90% of pedophilia-related convictions, and out of those 90% of men, 83% are white. Let's not stop there, because 75% of white-collar crime is committed by men, and 62% of fraud cases are committed by white men. sexual abuse or pedophilia. Just, following the same logic, of course. This is why you can't convince me that any man that wants the 19th Amendment appeal has not abused a woman or a child in their lifetime. This is why Pete Hegseth, of course, doesn't think women should be allowed to vote because he's a sexual predator. So yeah, what man is supreme at fraud?
She lit their ass up.
Yep.
I gotta keep that in the archives. That was heavy, man. And there you go, man. The problem in America are white males. It's not any other man. The Indian man isn't doing this. All right. The Arab man isn't doing this. The so-called black man isn't doing this. Hispanics men aren't doing this. All right. The number one, the most violent crime and most pedo stuff, rapes, are being done by white males, and these white males are trying to hide it while pushing forth their patriarchy and all their racism, hate, and using pseudoscience and false statistics to blame it on other people, mainly the so-called black man. All right. Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor, and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakadash
Kwam Yasharala,
Kwam Yasharala
Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
Turn those machines off.
You turn that fan.